everybody. Hi guys. It's Sandra Prisco from Lularoe, Sandra Prisco. And I thought I would pop on for a little bit to show you guys some really great stuff you could do with the Azure. So the Azure is a fantastic skirt that we just recently added over at Lularoe, Sandra Prisco. And I wanted to show you guys some really cool, fun, different stuff that you can kind of do so that you can get the most out of the skirt. It's a versatile skirt. It can take you from day to night, from casual look to a dressier look to work. Whatever you're kind of looking for. So I figured that I would show you guys some stuff. So this is the basic Azure skirt that I'm wearing right now. I will unfold. I have a tank top on that I'm going to keep on for the duration of the tutorial, even though at times I'm going to turn the Azure into a top also and a dress. So you're going to have to just kind of ignore the straps because otherwise I'm going to be getting in and out of tops too much. So this is the Azure skirt. I really love this skirt. It fits really nicely around the waist. It's kind of like the maxi skirt. It's an A-line skirt. It fits very similarly to the maxi skirt, except it doesn't have the floor length that the maxi skirt has. It comes on me, I'm relatively short. I'm 5'1". So on me, it hits maybe just below the knee. And that's when I have it here. If I pull it down lower so that it sits more on my hips, then it's going to hit me kind of mid-calf. But if I wear it at my natural waist, it's going to hit me below the knee. Now, one of the great things about the Azure skirt, and it's the case with most of the Lularoe items, is that you have this wide, I don't know if you can see from where you are, you have this wide brimmed waistband here, which is great, especially if you're a bit shorter or if you want to get a different look. You can just simply fold it over like that. And first of all, you can either, depending on your dimensions and your proportions, if you want a longer torso and less in the waist and leg area, you can fold it over and leave it lower at your hips, and you can see it gives you more of an upper body. So if you have a shorter torso and you don't want to shorten it by wearing something up high around your natural waist, you can wear it down low by your hips and have more of a torso showing. But for me, what I like to do is I like to fold it as much as I can without showing the seam and still have it up at my natural waist, because now it's hitting me just above the knee. So now I've shortened the skirt a little bit. It still has a great drape. It's a little bit longer in the back, you can see, than it is in the front, which I really love. I think that just creates a really beautiful line for a woman's legs. But it gives you a little bit of a shorter look, a little bit of a different look. Now what you can also do, now you also have to keep in mind that with this waistband, if you roll it twice so that you get a thin waistband, you can put on a chunky, wide-brimmed belt and really create a different look. Now, some people don't mind if the seam shows, so you don't necessarily need to fold it over. I just personally don't like when the seam shows. And so now you have, I mean, if I put on like a little blazer or a little shrug or anything and some heels, I would be ready to go out. Even though without this, worn naturally with some flip-flops, I'm totally ready to go pick up my kids from school. So I really love the versatility of it. What you can also do, if you want to kind of sex it up a little bit, if you want to get a little bit of a sexier look, if you're going out at night, if you're going out for drinks, if you're going on a date, you can take the edge, so right where you put your foot forward, right at the knee, you're going to take that and you're just going to make a little knot. And so you're going to tuck the ends because you don't want it to look like there's a little tail hanging out. Nobody likes to see their tail. Ah, my tail won't stay. It's not my best knot, but you get the idea. And now, look what you have now. You just tuck this under, because if you have a skirt that has a white print underneath, some of them, like you can see this one, it's not printed on the back. It's got a white backing. Some of them, especially the solid ones, you're not going to have that problem. But if you just tuck it under, it should stay put. And so now you have this great ruching effect going on all over here, all the way up to here. You've got a ruche. And then you've got this really great knot, and you have, a little bit of leg show, and you throw some heels on. In the back, you still have coverage. It's still really long and drapey. And in the front, you just have this little peekaboo, and you can have it up in the front like this. Or if you want, you can twist the skirt a bit and have it kind of off to the side, giving yourself a little side slit. So that's a great thing, if you're going out in the summer at night, You could be at work in you know, a top, a blazer, and the Azure skirt, and then you're ready to go out for drinks after work. Tie up a knot, take off your blazer, have your tank out, maybe put on a chunky belt, and you look evening ready. So that's one of my favorite ways to wear the Azure skirt. Now, I've also discovered something fantastic about the Azure skirt. You can wear 2 of them. If you wear 2 of them, you're going to get a completely different look, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to step off camera for a little bit, okay? So bear with me. Now, you're going to want, ideally, to wear, there's going to be one over the other. And you ideally want the one that's underneath to be big on you. Okay. Hey, Linda. So, don't mind me. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm saying hi to people because I originally recorded this on Facebook Live. Okay, so I have this Azure underneath. So as you can see, the solids, you're not going to have that problem with the white underneath anyway, just to show you. So this is a medium, which you can see is quite a bit big on me. But the Azure on top is going to keep it in place for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match them up so that their waistbands are pretty much in the right place. Like otherwise this medium would fall off of me. It's very big on me. I naturally wear an extra small. Like you can see all of this like extra fabric in here. But when you put the Azure over it, it sits flush, it doesn't show any bumps, it's comfortable, it doesn't fall. And now look what you've got. Now you've got this great little peekaboo bottom. And I love that it just gives it a twirl. It creates a heavier drape on the bottom. Not that it's heavy, it's still a very light, bouncy skirt, but it creates more material to weigh down on it. And so it creates this really beautiful kind of twirling effect. It just gives it a really great movement. Now what you can also do, if you really want to go with a pop of color and really change up the look, is you can fold down your waistband. And so now it's going to match that little peekaboo at the bottom, and you have a completely different look. I mean, this is completely different than what I was just wearing. This double layered effect gives it a much more dressy kind of appearance. I personally prefer it like this. I like just the little peekaboo at the bottom. And now the other thing, so you can do this with 2 Azures that are the same size, with another Azure that's your size. You can do that. But it's not going to give you quite the same effect, because the reason that you get such beautiful rippling under there and such a beautiful movement is because there's excess fabric in there. Because the one underneath is larger than the one on top, the one on top restricts it and folds the fabric inside, and so it gets this beautiful ripple and this beautiful movement underneath. You're not going to have quite as much of that if you're going to wear 2 that are the same size. Now some of you might be thinking, well, why am I going to buy an Azure that's 2 sizes too big on me just to wear it like this? What else am I going to do with this Azure? But fear not. I will show you in a little bit. I will show you a way that you can wear an Azure that is too big for you in the cutest way. It might be my favorite way to wear the Azure. Okay, so you have this. Now, what you can also do, like we showed you, like I just showed you with the tie with showing some leg, is you can do the same tie, except now instead of showing leg, you're going to get a bigger peekaboo at the bottom of whatever print or solid, whatever it is that you have on the Azure underneath. So again, I'm just going to tuck this under. And now look, now you've got even more of a, oh, my knot came undone. You have to make sure you do your knot well, especially in these slinky ones. They tend to be a little slippery. So I'm not going to fix my knot. I'm not going to tuck my tail in for now, just for demonstrative purposes, guys. But look, now you have this great little peekaboo. It almost makes me feel very kind of Spanish, very salsa, and I love this look. So that is something that you can absolutely do. So now what shall I show you? So let's take off this Azure we have underneath because we don't need it anymore. Let me step off just in case. So next I'm going to show you, oh okay, so next here's what we're going to show you. So now you can take your Azure. Now remember, the things I'm going to be showing you now is going to be the Azure as a top. I'm not going to take off my tank top just because it's easier for demonstration purposes for me not to have to keep taking it on and off. But I wouldn't wear it with a top underneath. I would wear it as is. So first, you can get a really simple tube dress. Okay? Now, here, I'll take this off just to give you, just so you can kind of see how it's going to look for you. We'll just tuck the straps in there a bit. In the back, my tank is a little bit high. There, that should be okay. There you go. So you have this great tube top dress. Now, I personally like it as a tube top dress. I don't mind showing a little skin. I don't mind showing a little leg. And I'm also on the shorter side, so it's not going to hit me super high. It's only, 2-3 inches above my knee. So I don't feel uncomfortable by it. What I would also do that I would love with this is belt it to give it a different look. So now, this is just a basic belt. I don't know if it's necessarily the one that I would pick, but it's what I had laying around for you guys. So if you belt it, just tuck that in. Now you've got, I would totally wear this out. Like right now it's the summer. If I was going out just for some casual drinks, you throw this on with some wedges and you're ready to go. It's so easy. You have yourself a totally different style. Now, if you're not comfortable with this as a dress, you can absolutely, one second, you can absolutely wear it as a top. I'm going to throw some leggings on underneath. If you're on the taller side or if you just aren't into showing that much leg, first of all, you can still wear it as kind of a tunic dress with some leggings underneath. And again, this with some cute wedges. Or if it was in the fall or the spring, some booties would look super cute. And again, you get that really long drape in the back that I just love and this higher bit in the front. And so you can do this. Another thing that you can do if you want to wear it like a blouse, you're going to hide, if you don't want it quite as form-fitted here. Like it's, the belt is here, there's no blousiness to it, so it is going to be relatively form-fitted to my stomach. If you don't want that, if you want a little bit more of a loose coverage kind of look, you can hide the belt by blousing this out. You just do it all around. There, that's about right. If you see me staring off camera, there's a mirror behind you. And so now you get this blousey look. Now it's going to give you a lot more camouflage over here. And it's still long enough to cover your crotch that if you wear it with leggings and some heels, this is an absolutely adorable going out look. I just love this. Crazy about it. Another thing you can do, now this I would probably, I think it would be cute with leggings, but it would also be really, really cute with denim, with jeans, because it's going to show a lot of thigh, and I know that some people in leggings feel a little bit less comfortable doing that, but you can do this tie, again, instead of with the skirt, you can do it with the top. And it's also just going to give you this very different look. Just fix yourself up a little bit so everything lays where you want. And now you've got this great kind of Grecian tunic going on. So it's going to give you full coverage in your back and your tush. And again, I'm short. So if I'm 5'1", so if you're taller than that, it's going to come up, it's not going to be quite as dress in the back. And it's going to come up and hit you, there. It's going to hit you. It's just going to cover your butt. It's going to give you a really cute look. And so you've got some thigh showing. You've got the pop of color, the pop of denim. It's loose here. Nothing is fitted to your belly. And it just gives you this really interesting Grecian tube top look. So that's something else that I love about the Azure. It could be a skirt. It could be a dress. It could be a top. It could be a tunic. Whatever you need it to be. Girl's there for you. Okay, so we have 2 looks left. Okay, right, I still have my tank top on. Okay, so, see, this is why I have the tank top on. So I don't have to go off screen as much. You guys can see my shining face. Okay, so now we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so, now you've got, this is the Azure. You bought this Azure to wear underneath your other Azure to give yourself a nice, really beautiful, kind of swingy, dressy look. And now, what are you going to do with it? Well, you can do 2 things with it. One, you can turn it into a halter top. Yes, I said halter top. So when I like to do this, I like to put it backwards, okay, and upside down. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your skirt, you're going to gather your fabric, okay, you're going to turn it upside down, okay. And now I like to wear it backwards, so my tag's in the front, okay, because it has a lower hem in the back. So I want that in the front so I have more fabric to work with. So you're going to bring this up to your waist. Just straighten this out so it doesn't bunch. And again, I wouldn't wear a tank underneath this. So you're going to make this so that it fits you at your waist. And you're going to take your skirt, you're going to take your 2 seams, 1, 2, you're going to bring it up so that it fits in the back where you want it. And now you're going to take these 2 and you're just going to tie them. And depending on how tightly and how much fabric you get into the knot will determine how much cleavage, how low cut the halter is. So if you take up a lot of fabric and you make a nice knot in there with a lot of fabric, you're going to have a higher, there, tuck this in. Now again, you have to ignore these straps because I would not wear this with a tank top underneath. I would wear this just as is. So now you have a halter top. And again, you know, I've got some cleavage showing here, but you certainly don't need to. You can bring it up higher. You can make it wherever you need it to be. But now you've got this great halter. And now one of the things that I would absolutely do with this, I would wear it with a skirt. Okay, let me take my leggings off because that's not going to look cute, guys. I would wear it with a skirt. So you could wear it with another Azure if you want to. For me personally, I like to have a little bit of variation in terms of the structure of a piece. So if I'm wearing a piece that's very flowy and drapey on top, like this is, I want a piece that's more structured in the bodice, in the bottom. So I don't want a flowy Azure skirt because I have a flowy top. But that's a personal preference. So I would absolutely rock this with this Cassie. I mean, guys, look at this. I just turned a skirt into this. I mean, come on. That's fantastic. And now another thing that's really great about this outfit is this is one of those outfits. You could totally belt it also. This is one of those outfits. I mean, look at that. That looks like a very well thought out outfit. And one of the great things about it is this is one of those outfits that's super easy to take from day to night. So if I throw on a blazer and I have this nice and high, I mean, even here, there's so much drapiness here, this beautiful kind of drape that you have going on, that you don't even really have cleavage, even though technically it's like cut more. It really covers itself up. So if I don't have my trusty black blazer with me, but if I did, I would throw my black blazer on and I'm ready for work. And then when I want to go out for drinks at night, I take off my blazer and I look party ready. I look evening drink ready. So that's another great thing you can do with the Azure. Okay, we have one look left that I'm going to show you. Again, with an Azure that's too big on you. So if you see a print that you just love, you just have to have it, and you're crying because it's not your size, you don't need to worry. As long as it's bigger than your size and not smaller than your size, I can help you. Okay. So I changed it to this because it's gorgeous and I love it. So this is a large. So as you can see, I've got... Hi! He says hi. As you can see, this, I mean, I could fit another one of me in here. This is very big on me. It's very roomy. If I let it go, it would fall to the floor and we'd have a whole different show going on here. So what I'm going to do is, I love this print. I want this print. So I'm going to take it right at the seam. I'm going to pull it out. And I'm going to knot it. And not only does this let you play with different sizes, but honestly this doesn't look like, hey, I just really wanted to make it work, even though it doesn't work and it doesn't fit me. And so I, you know, makeshifted something and it looks that way. It looks purposeful and intentional and gorgeous, in my opinion. Did you guys just see my cat walk by? All right. You have to make sure you have enough fabric. The slinky Azures definitely get out. They definitely. Please go in your room. They definitely. Sorry guys, mommy life, right? They definitely are stretchier and lend themselves more to the stretch and the pull than the cottony ones, but you can make it work with either one. So now look, I've done this. Look at this. How gorgeous. It's snug, it's tight. Now it's also giving me, I don't know if you can see, but it's giving me this great ruching right here and here in the back that's very, very flattering, that's going to help you hide any kind of mommy pooch or food baby or whatever you have going on down here. It's going to help you out with that. And I just love this. It creates this really beautiful drape and movement here that you didn't have originally. It gives it some character. It gives it some interest. Now you can wear it on the side like this, or you can kind of move it forward so it's on a slant just off to the center. And you have like this really beautiful Grecian looking skirt. I just absolutely love this for the summer with some heels. I love it. So that is my Azure tutorial, guys. If you have any questions, if you need help figuring out how to style something, how to wear something, go ahead and reach out to me. Come join the group if you're not a part of it yet, Lularoe Azure. And I will see you guys next time for some more styling.